All these lovely smiles here. Now, I owe a car wash to some folks in this room. I forgot who they were. So you guys can all come up here, and I got plenty of car washes. But I'm only supposed to give out 4, but I'm sure somebody will say, hey, you owe me a car wash. But anyway, welcome to Talk Shop. And of course, it really works well when we have a bunch of smiling faces out in our audience, and the participation here is really nice. Let's talk about our sponsors. The founder of Talk Shop, the lovely and slim and trim, Joe Garner. Joe?
I'm Joe Garner. I'm in the mortgage business, and with the Evolve Bank and Trust, I do purchase loans, refinance loans, not just in Memphis, but all over the country. So join us on Saturdays on WREC, AM 600, 9 o'clock. Also, we're on iHeartRadio, and we're now added VOCI radio. So join us, call in, chime in. I'm Joe Garner with Evolve Bank and Trust.
You almost forgot that for a second, didn't you? Let's talk about this lovely lady that's in my life every day. It's a treat when you come home and see her lovely smile and the way she takes care of me. My lovely wife, Lynn McDonald.
So sweet.
Well, not only do we like to take care of our husbands, but I love to take care of customers too. So when you're out and about, if you hear somebody who says, I can't get a hold of my agent, I'm unhappy, the rate's gone up, I'm getting canceled, any of those conversation openers, please let them know about Allstate Insurance. And there's people in the room that will attest to this. When we review their policy, many times we say, you are good right where you're at. So if you know somebody would like an honest appraisal of their insurance, please let Troy and I know. We also have a $10 gift program right now. If you send us somebody who just gets a quote, you will get a $10 gift card.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Well, I know everybody here has read the book E-Myths Revisited, I think. Did I say that right, Marcos? Well, we happen to have the E-Man here. Sir Eric, come on up. The E-Chef.
The myth, the legend. Hey, he set it up for me. What can I say? Eric Myers with the food truck by the confectionery. If you'd like to see it after today's meeting, it is in the parking lot. If you can't see it, your eyes checked. It's 12 and a half feet tall, 8 feet wide, and 16 feet long, and it is silver. You can't miss it. And come Friday, we'll actually have, if it's not pouring rain Friday, we'll have, between Friday and Saturday, we'll have stickers on it. If it's not raining Friday, we will actually be serving lunch someplace. Eric Myers with confectionery. This life is too short for ordinary food.
So anyway, I think we're now ready for the motivational moment, are we not? Let's welcome a very good personal friend of ours also, Miss Shelley Bowers.
No, that's not it. It's this thing.
Just whack it. Whack it.
Get it on the table.
And happy birthday again, Joy McDonald. This motivational moment is from a book called Where Will You Be 5 Years From Today? And I am buying this book. I already sent myself a text message. So here it is. If you are successful in any area of life, remember that somewhere, sometime, someone gave you a lift or an idea that started you in the right direction. Each of us can look back on someone whose simple acts of caring changed our lives, not just by teaching us, but by taking the time to be with us and to believe in us. Decide today that you will make time in your life to mentor someone, that you will give them the gift that only you can give. Don't just give what you know, give who you are. Can't think of someone to mentor? Don't let that stop you. Just contact big brothers or big sisters. They'll show you the bigs and the littles are matched up to create memories that last a lifetime. And the quote from Kobe Yamada is, "Thank you for believing in me before I believed in myself."
Wow. Pretty impressive, isn't it? That's a great start for a morning. We've got our charity of choice, which is the YMCA swimming team scholarships that we're going to provide. Right now, I am a $26 man. I would like to get to 30 over here. Just decide what coupons you want to buy. You get one for $1 and you get three for $2. It's individual. Oh, by the way, we want to thank Chris. Look at this wonderful prize here. I just happened to look there. We got a couple books, also Starbucks coupon. There's a coffee cup there. So when she draws Lynn and Troy McDonald's name out of the hat, I'll let you know how good I'm going to enjoy that coffee. Well, folks, it's individual introduction time. We allow about, here we go, like a drop the card and I knew it'd get you. We're going to take about 25 seconds or so, and if it lasts longer than 25 seconds, guess what you hear? All right, thank you, CryLife Realtors, because without them, our insurance business would be on the slow side. So come on, Carol.
Carolyn Hooker with CryLife East Memphis office. I help all buyers and sellers in West Tennessee, and Chris is one of my clients. So call Carolyn if you need real estate. Okay.
Can I come up front?
Yeah, come on up. Yeah, please. Brett?
I'm Brett Carter with Service Master by Cornerstone. We do disaster restoration, fire, water, mold, trauma. We also do quarter and estate cleanup. So that's another new thing. One thing that we've got that's new is a new phone app, free mobile app. So go to the App Store, Service Master by Cornerstone, download that app. You might need it in emergency. All our contact information.
Good morning. If you know any business owners who are working too hard, not taking home enough money, not spending enough time with their families, I've got to talk. I'm Mark Van Stolk with Calaveras Business Coaching, and I'm the coach to call when you're tired of thinking. Thank you.
I'm Phil Kruger. I am in the consulting business. Anybody know any consultants? You do not. I help underperforming companies grow and reduce costs.
I'm Emmy. I'm a partner with my mom for Beefinity, which is a 3-step health and wellness program. We have a nutritious shake that you can have in the morning, and then you have your greens, which is 72 fruits and veggies, and we have a skinny happy pill. So if you want to live healthy, come and see me or my mom, Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly Wagner. I'm Emmy's mom. And I also am here to help Lisa. We're getting instant barter going again. It's been going, and I've been busy with grown-up kids. I'm back now, hopefully for a little while. So anyway, Holly Wagner, Beefinity, and instant barter. Live long and wild and free. That's all I can say.
Is you coming up front?
Of course I am. I haven't been here in a couple of weeks. Who missed me?
I did.
I missed me, and I missed you guys, so I'm glad I'm back today. My name's Lisa Kane. I'm with CSS Connects. We do event promotion and production. And speaking of events, we have an event coming up on April the 21st at the Botanic Garden. It's our Who's Hiring Memphis Career Fair. It's the second one for this year, and the third one will be in September. When we did the one in January, we had 566 people come out looking for employment. We had 20 employers and over 250 jobs. We have gotten multiple phone calls from people that got hired from that. Talking about a great feeling. We had one call us Monday that had applied for a management position at McDonald's, and it took her from January the 13th to this past Monday to complete the hiring process with them. So we're pretty excited. Two other things real quick. I know I've been gone for 2 weeks, so I get extra time.
She's on the rules committee.
That's right, I'm on the rules committee. On April the 8th, we have an open networking event for Instant Barter for those people who would like to know more about it. See me afterwards.
Shelley Bauer. I own a leadership development company called One Source Associates and author of the book Integrity-Based Communications. I work with people who want to communicate more confidently and engage more efficiently and effectively.
Lynn and Troy McDonald, Shelley Bauer graduates. When you're with Allstate, you're in good hands, ours.
Hello, I'm Chris Van Hekken with Summerfield Associates. We do executive recruitment for IT placement, engineering, HR, sales and marketing, and I guess that's it.
Well, come on, let's see the photographer that took these beautiful pictures of these children here. You can see why his work has always been, anytime he's brought in a picture, it's always been impressive. Two great examples. Alex?
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. My name is Alex with Alex Ginsberg Photographics. Studio is right in the heart of Germantown. Yes, I am known for personal photography, but today I'd love for you to think in terms of commercial photography. So some of the things that we do for commercial photography, I just did an ad, so I thought I'd write it down, but I can't see my own writing. We do headshots, we do executive portraits, we do website content imaging, we do public relations, corporate events, PR images, and please think about me when you think about any of those, when you come in contact with any of those kinds of people. So thank you so much.
And if you want to see what magic you can do, he did my headshot and he even made me look good.
Wow, that's good. Well, here's a girl that can make anybody look good because she is working with my lovely wife and also Shelley and a few others.
Yes.
Miss Carolyn.
My name is Carolyn Bindle with Your True Colors magazine. It's an online magazine, international. If you want to brand yourself an expert in your field, let me know, and we will let you write an article to be put in that magazine. We also will be having an event in September called Courage Makers, Women of Faith, trying to tackle the problems of today.
Oh, Carol, tell them a little bit about what's coming up next week since you and Marva are doing that.
Oh, yeah, Marva just stuck her head in. Did you see that? She's teaching right now, but she just stuck her head in. Next week, we're going to talk about business casual, what it is and what it isn't. One of the things that if I talk about business casual is it's business sloppy versus business casual. They have found out.
Don't look at me.
Retired
I know you love me deep down.
But we're going to talk about that. I'm going to have clothes here from Joseph A. Banco Court, and Marva's going to have clothes here too. And they've invited. Have y'all chosen who's won that?
The University of Phoenix is in the process of doing that. Makeover.
They're going to do a guy makeover and a girl makeover for University of Phoenix students. They'll be chosen next week, and then you'll see them the week after that, all dressed up in Joseph A. Bank and Marva Ballard clothes. So.
Are you ever been here before, Hayes?
This is my first time here.
My name is Hayes Hora, and I work with YP, which is formerly the Yellow Pages. Everyone knows about the Yellow Pages. We've become a digital company focusing on mobile advertising, social marketing, networking. We get you on Google, Yahoo, and Bing and mobilized platforms. We do lead-targeted programs, behavioral advertising. If you look up crocodile boots and then go somewhere else like the Weather Channel, crocodile boots follow you around. We do that. But it's a very interesting program to be in. We're here to grow local businesses, record and report on calls, and just grow people's business.
Well, it's great to have you here, Hayes. Thank you.
First time welcome. Well, we're going to go back to the Shackley chick right now. Young lady, would you come up here and tell us who you are, please?
I'm Rena Lindsay. How is your immune system? I'm real interested in knowing how I can help you with your immune system. Okay, go to Facebook, my Facebook, new thing about cancer. And the big thing is that there is help for the immune system. So if you know anyone who really wants to go on a healthy kick, send them to Rena Lindsay, the Shackley Chick.
I notice everybody says healthy kick and looking good in their clothes and always looking at me. I can't believe it. Well, here's a guy that always looks good because he's the sharpest dresser that we have on a regular basis.
Not your shelter.
Thank you, Troy. I always have to go buy a new tie whenever I'm going to come. So, John Keller with Edward Jones. We make sense of investing. Clients from college students who are figuring out what they're going to do in saving a little money every month to people who are 90 years old and they're in retirement and they just want to make sure they have enough money to last the rest of their life. They, like Troy, lived to over 100. So, and that's still for years. I had a compliance officer confront me one time and says, "How do you know that?" I said, I had to go back, show him the research. The number one fear, like the last 30 years, is outliving my money. So I can show you how to invest your money, make sure your money's working for you. Thank you.
Great, John. Thank you so much.
All right, here's a lady that always gives a beautiful smile. Now, when I'm looking for people to look at, they always come look. It's great to look at from this podium here. Come on up, Dale, please.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Let me ask you a question. Do you have a book in your head, but you're stumped as to how to get that book in your hand? Well, I can solve that problem. As a book coach, I know exactly how to turn writers into authors. I'm Dell. Look me up on the web at speakthroughme.com.
Thank you.
Lovely smile, doesn't she? Come over here there. We went to a lot of stuff this weekend. Didn't see you there, but you were out.
I see them at estate sales. I'm Lorraine Ferguson with Wilder Systems. We do computer help for a lot of businesses in town. And we also have at-home computer service, and we service residents, and we love to help anybody.
Aren't we? We're going to have a couple bells. All right, come on up, Michael. Got that nice looking tie, looking sharp today.
Thank you. I'm Mike Stewart with Data Management Systems. I have spent a number of years studying Google with the idea to get you ranked high on Google, not high on Google, but ranked high on Google. I don't like giant corporations. I like individuals and very small businesses. So if you'd like to talk more about search engine optimization, see you afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
All right, you better come on up here. This girl here talks so long, so get that bell ready, will you?
Good morning. My name is Carol Murray, and I help people save money and make money. By buying products you already buy from stores you already purchased from. My phone number 901-581-6755.
Chris, that got right back up because she's that last one through that. All right, we had a nice time yesterday at a cutting ceremony here. Ruth, come on up here. She has a title company out there out in Collierville. It was very impressive.
Hi, my name is Ruth Kerr. I work at Collierville Title. I do all your real estate closing needs. We are brand new. We just opened in September. Attorney Greg Cotton is my owner manager. 901-316-5139, www.collierville, COLLIRVILLE, title, TITLE.com.
See, those are, and she's looking at me when she was looking at how to spell that. Thanks, Ruthie. All right, well, let me tell you about our wonderful guest speaker here. Okay, as soon as Chris, I'll give you the file as soon as she gets it up. Miss Chris, can you dance? Anyway, what would you like to be able to tell a little bit about yourself? Come on, you don't have to look at that. You know about yourself. Chris Van Hekken, folks, let's give her a warm welcome here. Thank her.
Thank you. I'll just tell you about me. I've been in staffing and recruitment for practically my whole life. Over 30 years worth, and most of it has been here in Memphis. I am now with Summerfield Associates, I'm happy to say, and a lot of you thought, I guess, that my boss was coming to speak. She's out of the country, so it's me, but that's okay. I'm here on her behalf, and to tell you the truth, love my boss, and I know a lot of people can't necessarily say that. She's just a dynamite person. She has been in Memphis for 25 years, owns her own company, woman-owned business. Yay. And, right, yes, she is. She is one of the finalists for Executive top executive of the year for Memphis Business Journal. So very excited about that. Anyway, what we do is we recruit usually executive areas of expertise. Dottie did a lot of IT staffing in her earlier years, and so we still do a lot of that, but we have since expanded. We have about 4 recruiters who have been around a long time, like me, and we do engineers, we do HR, sales and marketing, several different areas of expertise. So we've got a lot of good, loyal customers, most from Memphis. We're very Memphis-y people. So, and we love Memphis. Y'all love Memphis. And Carolyn, who found me my house. I'm over in High Point now. I absolutely love that area. Anybody know where I'm talking about? Absolutely love High Point. So it was the best move I ever made. And so yeah, you.
I carried her around with me.
So, when I was asked to do this, and I had talked to Lynn a couple of times, I'd asked her what she really wanted me to speak on. And I've got such a diversified group of people here. I want to make it interesting and entertaining for y'all. So I thought that I would talk mostly about hiring trends and what's happening in now as opposed to the way that we used to do things. So much has changed, as you well know. And so we are now looking at doing things differently in my world, and I'm sure you all do too, with everything that's online now that wasn't before. You Google everything that you do, just like Mike was talking about, where, you know, he's going to make you number one when it pops up. It's all about that. Even in my world, when I look for people for jobs, a lot of what I'm looking for is somebody who has that expertise in computer skills as well as search engine, things like that. So everything has gone that route, and as well as very digital looking. And as a result, we've had to change the way that we look for people. So Lynn wanted me to kind of talk about job hiring trends and also talk about what I felt was the strongest ways for people nowadays to go after looking for a job. You know, it's changed so much. And where it used to be a lot of face-to-face and one-on-one, you'll be amazed at how many of my candidates I never see face-to-face. I mean, a lot of it's done over the phone. A great deal of it's done email. But as you all probably know, a lot of companies, particularly in Memphis, I would say, have gone to where they want to do a lot of temp to perm type staffing. They don't necessarily want to bring somebody in. They want to kind of try them before they buy them. And a lot of that has to do with, of course, your benefit package that you get with that, and what they're able to offer you. So with that in mind, I would always recommend to someone, if they have the ability to do it, to definitely be open to working a temp to perm job. In most cases, those that go temporary or that start temporary will go to a permanent position if you can go in there and prove yourself. It's usually not a problem. And once you do that, you will get a pay hike as well as the ability to get the benefit package that goes with it. Most companies also carry applicant track records on everything that they do. So especially the larger companies. At Summerfield, we work with a lot of mid-sized and small companies that don't necessarily have that applicant tracking system like the big companies do. But normally, when you work an ATS system, what happens is that it's so automatic now that they pick up keywords, and they pick up keywords out of your resume to take a look at, to make the decision who they're going to look at and who they're not going to look at. So what happens with that is I tell a lot of my candidates that if they truly are in job search mode and they're out there looking, and you can imagine how many of those that there are and how many don't get responses to positions that are open, that kind of thing, which is a shame. I mean, that nobody seems to do that anymore. But your best way of attracting attention, honestly, is to put in keywords into your resume that apply to the particular job that you're going after. So when somebody puts a resume together nowadays, you should have that. Everybody should have that, just in case. But when you put a resume together, the thing is that it will always be tweaked with every job that you apply for. It changes a little because you want to put those keywords in, you want to put those hot words in, and you want people to pay attention to you, and that's the way to do it. Another thing that used to happen all the time is that, in the past, it was always us writing cover letters before we sent the resume with anything. That's practically non-existent anymore. It's rare that anyone looks at a cover letter or even has time for a cover letter. I've been told that most companies, when they're looking at resumes, they may spend 30 seconds on a resume, and that's only if the keywords are there. Otherwise, in 5 to 10 seconds, they're moving on to the next one. Yeah.
You mentioned keywords. Where in the resume should that be, throughout or down at the bottom?
No, throughout. In other words, let's say that I have a digital marketing job, and I've talked to somebody who's a digital marketer, and one of the things that this company happens to be looking for is search engine optimization, and that's what Mike was just talking about. That's what he does. But it's also called SEO. Well, so in the resume somewhere, they have got to put that SEO in there, or they won't even get considered. They won't even get looked at. So the best way to do that is look at the job description in detail and then try truthfully as best you can to enter those words and those jobs into your past experience so that it comes up if they go through an applicant tracking system. And one of the things that we talk about a lot at Summerfield, and it's the absolute truth, is one of the biggest things to do nowadays is network. It's all about networking, and it's all about who you know. So you people who are here today, and obviously you guys probably attend this pretty frequently, it's a great thing. Your face is seen, you're seen around town. I mean, it was amazing to me as y'all came in here how many people I did know that attend this. And Lorraine Ferguson's probably the best person in the world to talk about that because I see her at every event. She's very, very involved in Memphis Chamber. She's also involved in Sales and Marketing Society. And as a result, everybody knows Lorraine and they know her integrity. And as a result, she's someone that we know that if anything needs to get done, we can count on her. So networking's majorly important in your regular, everyday things that you do. Also, volunteering. And my boss, Dottie, is probably the biggest proponent of that. I think one way that Dottie got to know as many people as she did all these years a lot of it did have to do with networking, but on top of that, she volunteered so much for so many places here in Memphis. And of course, she's a huge proponent of St. Jude and has been for years and years and years. And, she's done so much for them. But that was such a unique and great way, particularly 25 years ago, for her to get in the door in so many places, and it definitely did it. So volunteering is definitely the newest and the greatest and the biggest things that are happening now with a lot of the younger people, actually. They're real big on giving free time or giving time to events that they care about, whether it be runs or, just a good way of networking and also volunteering for a good cause. One of the things that I do is I work with Sales and Marketing Society quite a bit. I happen to be present this year, and with that, we talk about doing events. Well, we all know that one of the strongest things that we can do is if we have an event, make it something that where we're connected with some kind of volunteer organization, because it will just make it that much better and make that many more people attend, I think. So I am assuming that all of you are very well versed on the computer one way or another, and all I can tell you is that when it comes to my job and what we do for a living, everything is done off of that computer practically now. LinkedIn is one thing that I wanted to bring up, simply because LinkedIn is like my Bible. That is where I go to look for people when I'm looking for people for a job. It's easy to search in that engine. I'm able to, it's very versatile, and I'm able to get around in it very easily. And the best part of it is that when I pull people up, I see them. So I'm seeing who they are, what they look like, if I know them. And then I've also got a history of their experience or what their kind of job they're looking for, or if they are looking at all. And a lot of times with the jobs that I have, they're passive. These are people that aren't looking for a job, but it's a great way for me to search for people. So if you are not on LinkedIn, I would definitely recommend you get on LinkedIn. And the biggest thing is make sure that you've got a headshot. Make sure that you've got a picture.
And that it's likable.
Correct. And it's not 20 years old. And seriously, because I have so done that. And I made a big mistake one time thinking that this girl was who she was in that picture, and she so wasn't. So yeah, that was a problem. Okay. If you are looking for a job, and not that any of you all are, but I'm going to say this so that you can tell it to the rest of the world as you're talking to people. I always feel like one of the biggest ways to look for a job, particularly in Memphis, and we're lucky this way, is through the book of lists. And Carolyn, I know you use the book of lists. Yours is probably ragged, but we use the book of lists a lot, and it's such a good tool. And here's why. If there's a person out there and let's say they're a college graduate, or let's say they haven't had a lot of jobs, and so they're starting to look, and they're trying to get to a point where they make the decision, this is what I really want to do in a career. To me, a good way to sit down and make the decision, where do I want to go and what company do I want to work for? Just go through the book of lists. There's companies in here that you don't even know about, and it's a good way to just sit down, take a look at what's out there, maybe put down your top 10 or 20 companies, and then work it. And when I say work it, I'm talking about working it through networking, if nothing else. It's amazing how many people you find that might be at a company that you didn't even realize, and somebody's sister may work there. Anyway, that it's a good tool and it's a good way to network yourself into a place. Also, Google. Of course, I know you use Google regularly on a daily basis, and absolutely anything that you want to learn about, want to know about in a job description, for instance, and you don't know about, I Google it. The only other thing I was going to mention to you is I have a couple of pointers up here regarding the resumes and how to write a resume and what to say in a resume. And like I suggested, depending on what job you may be looking for, what you want to do is you want to move that resume towards what the job description looks like and what you are going after. You need to be very detailed and very distinct about what you're looking for in a job if you ever go after one. So as a result, it's really good to make that resume very versatile, where you can move things in and out of it in an easy manner. And I brought just a couple of copies of examples of resumes that I thought were good. A lot of bullet pointing, that honestly is truly the way to go because it's very easy to read. And keep in mind, all these companies and these employers are only looking at your resume for a very, very, very short time. So you've got to make a point, and you got to do it as quickly as you possibly can. Okay. The only other thing I've got is a handout, if you guys want it, on hiring trends for 2015. It's got some good points in here. Gotta get my glasses. Says more than 1/3 of employers expect to add full-time permanent staff in 2015. That hasn't happened since about 2006, so it's a very good year, and it's a great year for what I do.
Chris, I was going to ask you, I noticed that on that particular resume, it doesn't have a picture. Do you prefer or don't prefer a picture?
I don't. I just don't think you should do that. Frankly, I think it's a little unprofessional. But in real estate, you guys always did pictures, right? And I like being able to see your picture, but just not on a resume. I just don't think on a resume, but definitely on LinkedIn.
That's a question on resumes.
Sure.
Like college graduates that really don't have any experience, what do you recommend how they feel about it?
I think definitely if they've done part-time work, if they've done volunteer work, if they've done work in school, they definitely need to show it. They need to show that they were busy and they did other things besides school when they attended school. That's important. I've got one company that I work with right now that is it was, say, small to mid-sized company. It's growing so fast that it's becoming a huge corporation, and it's Memphis owned, which I love. But I work with them very closely, and I work all different kinds of jobs. When I see somebody that's straight out of school and I see that they have got that kind of background, and this company does it too, when they see something like that, they will put them in a leadership development role where it's wonderful, where they're given the opportunity to spend 6 months at a time in each department and kind of learn what the company does and how it does it. And at the end of that time, they're able to take a look at them for a possible management position. I just think that's incredible. And this particular company just recently did a real revamp of their marketing department. And so they've become extremely Google-esque in the way that they're doing business now. But it's up and coming, and it's definitely happening now. They're building a new facility over on Ridgeway Loop, and it's huge and tremendous.
What is your opinion on your intellectual disability people? Are you having a hard experience with that? Because I have personal experience with that with my children. I got a type 1 diabetic daughter going into endocrinology nursing because she feels that's the only job she'll ever have. But my son's Down syndrome that's 15. So with him, it's time to go work part-time. Do you want to go work part-time? Do you want to continue drawing disability? I don't want to hurt him on that future, but job-wise, what corporations are hiring our intellectual disability kids? There's a lot of them coming by.
Yeah, that's a great question, and I don't feel like I'm qualified to answer that for you.
You don't see very many.
I see some. I see some, and I see some strong, bigger corporations that do adhere to that, and not only adhere to it, they encourage it. And Kroger comes to my mind, of course, because they seem to do it a lot. But I think ServiceMaster, I think the larger corporations tend to work on that a lot more. Did someone else have a question?
Yeah, I have a question. What are the trends in interviewing skills lately? I know they change, and there's favorite questions that come in and out of work.
Absolutely.
And so what is the current trends in first and second interviews?
Right, and thank you for asking that, because I was going to mention it, and I have 1 minute. So truthfully, it's a lot of behavioral questions. So some of them are still doing and these are mostly the companies that they're not used to interviewing, and so they do that tell me about yourself stuff. But in most cases, it's behavioral. So everything in a panel, and that's very nerve-wracking, but it happens a lot, and I have to prep people a lot for that. So it's tell me about a time when you had this happen. How did you react to it? What did you do? That kind of thing. So a lot of that is happening with interviews now. And I think they also are looking for, okay, who's done their homework on this company? So tell me what you know about us. That kind of thing. So it's very interesting how that has all changed, but usually lasting about an hour, very behavioral questioning, and a panel. The end.
Well, folks, I thought she was a great substitute for Dottie out there. So, Chris, it's a pleasure to have you. And I liked how she went to her notes and did a wonderful, wonderful job here in the audience. I was kind of looking at faces. We're all just intrigued with what you had to say. Thank you very much. Well, it's time. Oh, by the way, I got an announcement. You now can call me the $30 man.
Oh, yeah.
So it's split the lot. Somebody's going to walk out with $15 here. Chris, if you would do us the honor, let me shake up these tickets so you can pull mine out. Reach right in there. Here we go. Go ahead, read it now.
Okay. 404-3336.
That would be mine, and I will donate it back.
Wow! All right. She says she's going to give it to 20 pounds. So let's see here this cash real quick. Okay, now we got. Come on up again, please, Chris, and tell us what's in the.
In the bag.
In the bag, please.
So I've got some Summerfield goodies. I've also got Jeremy Parks.
Yes.
So Lipscomb Pitts wrote this book, Give Back with Purpose, and it's really been a popular book. So that's in here. And some pens from Summerfield, and a mug from Summerfield, and a book from Summerfield, and a $25 gift.
Here we go. We got a drum roll going well. Let's see what we got.
Lisa Kane.
Yes! You know, a couple people we forgot out here too, please, are wonderful folks here that are doing the television bit here. Beverly, come on up and say a little bit about yourself. And oh boy, gets to come out. Here we go. Oh, here's some money, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm Beverly Borwick, Beverly Borwick Designs. I'm a fashion accessories designer, and I have a new top.
Very pretty. I noticed that just a second ago. I really did. And you did your jewelry.
And I made this beautiful necklace. I love it, and it just happened to come together. I love it when that happens.
Did you want to say hello to Annette?
Hello, Annette.
Hello,
Hi, it's nice
how
to have
are
you here
you?
today, and I
Thank
hope we're
you.
going to work together to be great.
Yes.
That is from University of Phoenix.
I think I'm going to give this up. Thank you.
At least we didn't ring the bell. That was very nice. Well, folks, you're invited next week now. We're fortunate to have the lovely lady, and I've seen her work great things out there with my lovely wife and the pose on that piano with all her clothes on. That I'm sorry about that. Sorry, Joe. Sorry, man. That was just in there. Just slip of that tongue. Okay, next week we got the lovely Carolyn. Okay, folks, it's time to leave this place, and I'm happy to say so. We'll see you all next week. Thanks for coming, Chris. Wonderful job. Let's give her one more round of applause.